What's up, folks? Science Morning Update. November 8th, 10-point range overnight. Very tight. Very subdued Fed day yesterday. I was expecting a lot more, and we didn't get it. So that's interesting. 10-13 above that, I think we can shoot off to the races. 30 would be your next spot. 28-32. And then we have 50-52. 52 is your R2, and then R3 is way up at 60-91. But the 70-75 would be before that. So that's kind of that, so we'll look at the levels in a second. Below 64-68, I think we could test some downside. Again, I don't know how, if it will have legs or not. 94 is your first singles cleanup. 55 is your first singles cleanup, and then we get into the 2025 area, which would be obviously important. 40-42 is going to be important, but again, we have all this traffic in here, so a lot of these levels could stick. Here's the hourly. 90 held on the overnight. That's your pivot, so that'll be the first one down. 77, 79. Your second. 67 is S1. I didn't mark it just because it's a pivot. That's going to be that substantial level of the 64, 68. We lose that, we get into the 50, and then 32.28. So we'll see. My magic green line is here at 90.04, and S3 is at 90.05, 59.05. So that's kind of what I'm looking at today. Again, this has just been bonkers. 50-day dip below held, and then it's gone straight up. Your major volume peaks are 57.62, 57.01, and you have this guy here at 55.93. So that will be interesting. Your POC for 1 year is still at 44. 52. I'm not saying we get down there. It's just kind of funny to say that number. Here's your month, almost a 300-point month. We're about 10 points away from that. That's crazy. Okay, we've only had a few days in this month, and it's just gone straight up. Nothing goes straight up. We will retrace at some point. I just don't know when, and I'm not trying to pick a top here. 56.45 is your R2 on the yearly pivot, and 63.84 is your top. So we are still holding this whole channel. Again, as I said, we could dip down to here and still be in this upwards channel. So it's going to be kind of interesting. SPX cash got it yesterday's 47-29. I'd look at both of those as support. First 47 and then 29. Be neat if they clean this up and bounced it. So a bounce off the 29 would be, I would say, ideal. Your next cash gap, it's a dual. You have 64-82. That's your 80 point. That's all, but you have a smaller one in there from 13 to 82. So I could see it just filling to 13. 50 days at 21. So I would look at that as support as well. But here's that bounce off that. That's that 20 channel before, and then it just popped. So we will see. Euro crashed down, came up, met the 50 and 200, parked, reversed back down. That was that huge 2 full point move day, which you really don't see in currencies. This popped back up almost a halfway. So we got a 50 retrace. We're heading back down now. It's down 402. So, 41. So we will see how this all transpires. NVIDIA is added to the Dow today. I don't know. I think that we either consolidate or move higher. I think we have UMISH at 10, so that could be a catalyst. Maybe that will flush us to get to a buying point and then rally back up. I believe the GEX is 6,000 today, or was yesterday for today, so I could see that as a definite target and a pin. If not, SPX likes whole numbers, so 56.50 if we really get irrational, which why not, right? Anyway, I'll be in the room.